Once upon a time, in the peaceful village of Nduka, there lived a man named Ola and his wife, Amma. For many years, Ola and Amma wished for a child, but despite their hopes and prayers, they couldn't conceive. They were deeply saddened and often wondered if they would ever become parents. One day, after many years of waiting, Amma finally became pregnant. The village rejoiced with them, and Ola was thrilled, though a part of him remained anxious. He hoped that their child would bring joy to their lives. When Amma gave birth, it was a baby girl. Ola's heart sank. He had always dreamt of a son to help him with the farm and carry on his name. He couldn't hide his disappointment. The tiny baby girl, whom they named Abina, was a beautiful baby, but Ola's heart was heavy with sorrow. One night, Ola made a terrible decision. Overcome with frustration and disappointment, he decided to leave Amma and Abina behind. Under the cover of darkness, Ola took the baby from her crib and went into the forest. His heart pounded as he walked deeper and deeper into the woods, and he couldn't shake the feeling of guilt that was creeping up on him. In the heart of the forest, Ola found a small clearing. He placed Abina on the ground, covered her with a blanket, and whispered a few apologies to the tiny girl before turning back toward the village, leaving the baby behind. He hoped someone would find her and take care of her, but he was too ashamed to face his family or try to make things right. As the sun rose, a kind-hearted hunter named Kwame was walking through the forest. Kwame had been searching for food when he heard the faint cry of a baby. Following the sound, he discovered Abina lying alone. He gently picked up the baby and noticed how perfectly she fit in his arms. Kwame and his wife, Afia, had been longing for a child of their own, and they decided to adopt Abina as their own. Kwame and Afia raised Abina with love and care. They named her Afia and provided her with a happy and nurturing home. As Afia grew, she became known in the village for her kindness and intelligence. She excelled in learning and became a respected leader in the community, using her gifts to help others and bring prosperity to the village. Meanwhile, Ola wandered from place to place, searching for a way to improve his life. He could never fully escape the regret he felt for abandoning his daughter. The memory of leaving Abina in the forest haunted him. He missed out on watching her grow up and the joy she could have brought to their family. One day, while traveling, Ola heard stories about a wise and compassionate leader named Afia in a village nearby. Something about the stories felt familiar. Ola's heart raced as he realized that Afia might be his daughter, the one he had abandoned years ago. Determined to see her, Ola made his way to Afia's village. As he approached, he was overwhelmed with a mix of fear and hope. When he finally saw Afia, now a grown woman respected by everyone, he recognized her as his daughter. He tried to speak to her, but his words were choked with emotion. Afia listened to Ola's story, her eyes wide with a mix of shock and curiosity. She was surprised to learn about her true origins. While she was deeply hurt by what her father had done, she also saw the pain in his eyes and understood that people can change. Afia decided to help Ola. She provided him with food and shelter and offered him a chance to prove that he had truly changed. Though it would take time for her to forgive him, Afia was willing to give her father a chance to make amends. Meanwhile, Abina, now known as Afia, also sought to find her birth mother, Amma. When she finally found her, living quietly in a small cottage on the outskirts of the village, their reunion was filled with a mix of joy and sorrow. Amma, overwhelmed with emotion, embraced Afia, tears streaming down her face as she recounted the years of longing and heartache she had endured after losing her daughter. Afia, equally moved, reassured her mother that she had been loved and well cared for by her adoptive family. Together, they began to rebuild their relationship, finding solace and strength in each other's presence. Amma became an integral part of Afia's life, offering her wisdom and support as they worked to create a brighter future for the village. Their bond, though forged in pain, became a testament to the enduring power of love and the possibility of healing. But without the knowledge of Amma and Afia, Ola's transformation was fake. Deep down, he had a deep-seated resentment towards his daughter for being born a girl. His plan was to stay close to her, waiting for the right moment to exact his twisted revenge. Ola worked hard to show Amma and the villagers that he had changed. He helped with the harvest, repaired homes, and even participated in village meetings. Everyone began to trust him, and Afia slowly let down her guard. However, in private, Ola's true nature revealed itself. He found subtle ways to undermine Afia, criticizing her decisions and making her feel inadequate. As the years passed, Ola's manipulations grew more sinister. He began to isolate Afia from her friends and confidants, convincing her that only he had her best interests at heart. Afia, torn between her love for her father and the growing sense of unease, struggled to maintain her composure. Ola's ultimate plan came to fruition when a wealthy, elderly merchant named Mensa visited the village. Seeing an opportunity, Ola convinced Mensa that Afia would make an excellent wife, citing her beauty and intelligence. Despite her protests and Amma's intervention to stop it, Afia was forced into the marriage, bound by her father's iron will. Mensa, though wealthy, was cruel and demanding. He treated Afia more like a possession than a partner, and her life became a living nightmare. Ola, satisfied with the suffering he had inflicted, watched from a distance, feeling a twisted sense of satisfaction. But fate had other plans. Mensa's health began to deteriorate, and soon he became bedridden. Afia, despite everything, took care of him with compassion and patience, her inner kindness shining through. Mensa, moved by her selflessness, began to see her true worth. He confided in Afia about his regrets and asked for her forgiveness before he passed away. After Mensa's death, Afia inherited his wealth. With her newfound resources, she returned to her village and used the money to improve the lives of her mother Amma and her people. She built schools, improved infrastructure, and ensured that no one in her village went hungry. Her leadership and generosity earned her the respect and admiration of all. Ola, now old and frail, watched as Afia flourished. He realized that despite his efforts to destroy her, she had risen above his cruelty and become a beacon of hope. Consumed by guilt and regret, Ola approached Afia one final time, seeking forgiveness. Afia, with tears in her eyes, looked at the broken man before her. She had suffered greatly because of him, but she had also learned to be strong and compassionate. She took a deep breath and spoke softly, "Father, I forgive you, not because you deserve it, but because I need to move on. I hope you find peace." Ola, overwhelmed by her kindness, fell to his knees and wept. He realized that true strength lay in forgiveness and that he had wasted his life on bitterness and hatred. Afia's forgiveness gave him a glimmer of redemption, and he spent his remaining days trying to make amends with Amma and Afia in whatever small ways he could. Afia sought out to visit her adoptive parents. The reunion was emotional, filled with tears and laughter. They had always worried about Afia during her time away, and seeing their adoptive daughter return stronger and more determined filled their heart with pride. Together, they worked to further improve the village, combining their wisdom with Afia's newfound resources. They created a support network for women, ensuring that no one would ever have to face the kind of hardship Afia endured. The bond between them grew even stronger, rooted in mutual respect and an unwavering commitment to their community. The story of Afia and Ola became a powerful tale in the village, teaching everyone about the power of forgiveness, the strength of the human spirit, and the importance of rising above hatred and cruelty. Afia's legacy lived on, a testament to the resilience of those who choose love over vengeance.